What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Kels.
Miguel Perez sitting on his right.
Just in case you forgot.
I wanted to change it up a little bit.
I can't let that one go.
I have a shirt that says that. I have a sweater that says that. That's my calling card.
It's a whole thing. And then,
you
of
want to
course,
order a shirt that says, hey, just in case you forgot, let me know. I'll send you a shirt.
there we go.
Right.
Hey,
Unless you forget.
And we do have possibly some shirts coming out too, you know,
Yeah,
just in case.
Cup as well. Start get stuff for our advertising, right?
Of course, you know, hey, I was really big on that because everybody's making a big deal about things that they don't even understand. So we're going to leave that one alone on that. But we also are at this lovely Airplay studio with our Frank behind the camera.
That's right, doing a wonderful job as always. I know we talk about it often because we got to give the man credit.
Hello,
you know
folks. Hello, folks. And while we're on the topic of T-shirts, I do not have an Airplay Studios T-shirt.
I'm sorry. I need to work on that. I know.
Christmas is coming.
I do make the T-shirts that we have right now. I mean, there's not very many, but I do make them, and I need to get the man here one, the man behind the camera one.
That's right.
Just so we look a little professional.
I'd be flattered.
Yeah. We can start sending out some prizes. People, the first person to comment, send them out a shirt, cap, whatever the case
That's
may
actually
be.
not a
You know
bad
what I'm
idea.
saying? Yeah. I love the people that have been supporting. We got 50 subscribers now. We're hoping
Yes,
for
sir.
some more, you know what I'm saying, and people that comment. So
We appreciate
got a
every
following
one of
there.
them, too.
And we need to
That's a
start
fact.
showing some love to our people.
Absolutely. So we may have to come up with a little sweepstakes then, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I think we
we
do.
need to get something going.
Yeah, I think we do. I need to night out, matter of fact. Maybe we could do a whole night out thing.
Well, heck, Miguel
Hey,
keeps
that
talking
would
about
be a
getting
great
these girls
idea,
on
honestly.
here.
That
That's
would be a
enough for
great
me.
idea.
Yeah, we can do something. I think we do something pretty big. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? We had this conversation earlier about having a little time out in the world and getting a couple people's
Yeah, we're thinking about going out on the streets and do some live on-the-spot interviews and ask them a couple of questions about the subject that I think's been hitting the most, and that's relationships.
Absolutely.
And-
Hey, it's a big one. It really is. And that's one lovely direction that we really went down. I mean, even earlier we were talking off camera. We had to stop and be like, hey, you know what? This is great content. We need to just go ahead and go on with
I know
this.
they were going on and on. It's like, okay, y'all need to stop. Let's get on camera.
We need to put this
It's
on tape because
yeah,
we were talking
let's
some
talk
deep
about
stuff.
this. You know,
It's
we're-
hard, though, because you get in that conversation. That's why this whole thing is lovely. You could sit there and just go for it. But I know you wanted to bring it in, so why don't you tell them what we were talking about
Well,
a little bit?
I'm gonna bring it. We're gonna eventually end up on that, but I want to start with something else because it just happened right now, and I want to get your intake in
You
this.
in
So I have.
trouble?
No, I'm not in trouble. I'm just okay. So we got Facebook. We got Facebook friends. My face on Facebook. The majority is people that I grew up with. I went to Bible school with, people I know from my church. So it's not just random people. It's people that I've known for many years. And
Right.
a big chunk of my class, my high school class that in a small town where I grew up in Plainview, I've known the same. I mean, it was the same people in third, fourth, fifth. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all didn't have much variety after a while.
we knew everybody in our class, you know, growing up.
Y'all
and
went
stuff like that.
from elementary school to high school knowing the
Yeah.
same people.
High
Maybe one or
school-
two extras.
High school got a little bit mixed up, but majority of our school year was the same people. And I had a great friend. I continue to have a great friend. She's a female. I'm not going to mention her name, but I noticed this.
You need to protect
that
the
I just
innocent.
got a friend request from her,
Okay.
and I was like, "This is odd." Because she's always been my friend on Facebook, and we're pretty tight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like threw me off, and I kind of messaged her. I was like, "Hey, I thought we were already friends," and she's like, "Well, I got into this relationship, and he wanted me to take off all the guys I know."
Oh.
And she goes, "But now it's done."
Insecurities.
Yeah, now it's done. Now it's over. So I'm adding back all the guys that I know.
Wow.
So and
I
I'm
got
like,
something to say that after you're done.
yeah, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm like, okay, which I mean, I appreciate it. I've always seen her as a close friend, not just a friend, a close friend. And it kind of like, oh, why'd you do that though? You know what I'm saying? And to top it off, the guy that she was involved with also went to school with us. So it's not like, hey, these are guys that I don't know, you know, and I can respect that to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But not to my childhood type friend growing up their whole life.
There's a limit to
Yeah, there's a perspective there. You know what I'm saying? Things to watch out for.
understanding, I guess you would be better
yes,
said.
Yes. So it's like I understand the respect for the guy demands. You know, if my girl I have a serious relationship with had some guy friends. They always got together. I'm not gonna be totally like okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have
It's
to
not
be-
going to be something that I feel like should continue.
Yeah. You know, I'm not saying they can't be your friends, but if they're around, I'm gonna be around. If I'm not around with it's like that. You know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
little
But they
weird.
also have some friends that they grew up with, they're family friends. Okay, I'm a little bit more open to that. However, are they an ex? If they're an ex, it's automatically
Yeah, that's a cut.
yeah, that's a hey, rejected access denied. You need to break it off because it's
Yeah.
disrespect toward me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
mean,
agree.
there's a lot of meat to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, there is because even on my side, the way that I see it, if you sit there and your concern is other men, one that speaks a lot of insecurity because, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling some type of way because we all as men have all gone through a situation where we got screwed over, and so we had to bite the bullet in some sort of fashion or form. But I mean, dude, you can't sit there and force a woman to not talk to other people just because you feel some type of way. If you are insecure about it, address the one specific situation. But to request to just eliminate all Facebook friends that are men,
Are you men?
I mean, that's weird, bro. That means that shows that you're not confident in yourself. And I'm sorry, but that relationship's not gonna be stable because one, you showed your lack of confidence, and women love confidence. That is
women
one of
love-
their.
I mean, that's one of their high priorities.
If you've got confidence, you've got style. I mean, that is what it is. But man, to sit there and like cut
Okay.
everybody off, that's showing that you
that's-
know where your place is, and your place isn't where you're supposed to be,
well, to me, that's
or
just
where you are.
That's just. I mean, to me, that's a big red flag. And that should tell the woman that, hey, this guy
Right.
is not a good man for you because he's super jealous. And super jealous is just a result of insecurity.
Controlling.
So you're insecure. You're insecure. And as a result, you're jealous. And that's just misery for the girl.
Yeah. Well, it's misery for both of you because then neither one of you actually get to
have
really
no
truly.
peace.
Well, no, you don't get to express your happiness with one another. If you're so concerned about what they're doing with someone else, how are you going to be happy? How are you going to be able to express happiness with that person because you're so worried about what's going on with that other person? I mean, I get whenever like you're in a situation where that significant other cheats, it's hard to get over that because, as we've previously talked about, when a woman cheats on a man, it hits a man a lot harder than it does a woman, and then a man cheating on a woman.
Yes, it is.
And I know we're men saying that, but I mean it's statistically true. I mean there's a lot more to it that people obviously go check our infidelity video we posted, get a little more clarity on that. But it's just one of those things that like you can't show that, and you need to heal from that. If you're not going to be healed from that, you're creating what is that conflict between your relationship that you're starting.
Yeah, this goes back to something Miguel addressed in an earlier episode about, having your eyes open. Again, don't want to add responsibility or hang anything on this girl, but really, like it was all pointed out already, flags, right? Oh my God, there's some flags there.
Absolutely.
You keep your eyes open. It takes two, and it takes two to recognize what's going to work and what
And with
won't.
and with the top it off is I've known this girl for many years, and she's a very, nobody can tell me what to do.
You
type
and him
woman.
both went to school together with
Yes.
her.
Yes. And,
So it's like he knows who
so
you
he knows who I
are.
am. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Like there should be at least a conversation about that.
yeah, I was like, okay.
But I do like that you added the fact that she should have done better, or she should have at least like had some type of what did you say? You're surprised that she did it.
Yeah, I'm surprised she did because, like I said, I've known her most of her life.
So that means you kind of expect her to have a higher expectation
Yeah, I
for her
would
own
have expected her
situation.
just like, no, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? These are my
She
friends.
should know better.
Now, if there are guys that she just met, guys she partied with, stuff like that, or been in a relationship with, I understand her saying, okay, you know
Yeah,
what?
if y'all like at some point mess around, that would be conflicting.
It's like, you know what? I'm not, out of respect for my man, I'm not going to continue this friendship because it ain't right, stuff like that, whatever the form of it.
That's a genuine.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do that.
Absolutely.
But she said 100 friends, about 100 friends that she was. And I was like, and why am I one of them? You know, so it's just like I don't think that's good. I don't think that's healthy. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's toxic as shit.
Yeah, you know
We
what
all
I'm saying?
recognize that.
Toxicity is not a fucking, excuse my language, but it's not a good thing. I mean,
Yeah, now I mean, now,
do recur. You gotta do it
point of
once.
view, on the guy point of
There's
view,
gotta be one cuss word a
I
day.
remember when I met my wife, you know, and started developing that friendship with her, met her family, you know, church and everything like that, and we went to go play volleyball, and some of the other guys were there playing volleyball here, and I noticed one guy kept like kind of like, you know, trying to be friendly with her and stuff like that.
A little too friendly?
A little too friendly with her. And
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I'm the new guy just coming in. I want to be difficult, but I mean, I have an eye for discernment as well. So afterwards, I was like, who's this guy? It's like, oh, it's just a friend. I was like, honest, just be straight up honest with me because I never knew. Did you used to date him? She goes, oh, yeah, I used to date him. I was like, okay, I don't want you talking to him no more. Okay. I said, because
But
he still
that's
has,
good communication.
He still has an eye for you. I can tell you that right now. No,
Yeah.
no, we're just friends. The girl don't get
that's
this.
not how that works.
We're just friends. It's like,
And-
no, I'm sorry. It's just...
I have to say this, women. I want you to truly understand this. I don't mean this to say that you're, you know, incompetent in any way. I don't think that you're incapable of understanding. But I will say that if a man used to date you, and he still talks to you, that man is still interested in some sort of fashion, whether that be sexually, mentally, or emotionally. It doesn't matter if you think, oh no, he's just no, that dude either wants to bang you, he wants to be with you, or he wants to stay with you.
Something's
can't do
Those
that.
are the three things that is going to really happen. And I'm just being truthful there. Because we all as men, and every man is not going to admit to this, but they know it as true. That's how it works. Because sometimes it takes a little bit more for a man to get over a woman than women understand.
Oh yeah, and I saw it right away, and I was like, "Look, I ain't got a problem. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna ask you, you know, kind of cut that out." I said because
And
he's
that's
still-
great communication.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give
said
you
he's
that
still
one.
into you. She's like, "I don't think he's my friend." I was like, "I'm asking you, just trust me, okay?" And I told her, I was like, if it was vice versa, and you would ask me, I would do the same thing.
That's
because
a
it's respect.
weird thing because there's some women that don't like they get mad at you for, you know, having a girl on your Facebook page, for instance. Like I've had this situation happen. A girl on my Facebook page, chick was in high school. I haven't talked to her since, you know, whatever. She's married and everything, and she got mad at me for having her as a Facebook friend. I was like, why is this a problem? And she's like, well, I don't want you to talk to her or any of that. I want you to delete her on Facebook. Okay, you know what? If this bothers you that much, let's make some situations happen. I'll remove her. As soon as I say something about some other dude that she was talking to, no, he's my best friend. Like I'm like, no. You give me the same energy I gave you.
Yeah, you
because
gotta
at
have the
this
same
point,
respect,
you
yeah.
understand that, you know, we're in a relationship. So I understood it. I made a sacrifice in something that I felt was, you know, not needed. You feel this isn't needed, but you're not making the sacrifice. So then that shows that my commitment towards you is more than your commitment towards me.
Exactly.
Maybe we don't need to have this conversation. Maybe we just need to say this ain't going to work. Because that's where you have to be with relationships. You have to set that bar. If you're not going to give, but I am willing to give in the same situation, then we're not on an equal path of understanding with one another.
Well, here's the deal: is that as soon as you get into a relationship, you have to understand that there's going to require sacrifice, one way or another. Sacrifice is going to be required from the male to give up female friends, and the sacrifice of females giving up male friends.
If you're going to put them
and it's not
first,
even-
Right, Frank? What do you think?
if you're going to put them first, obviously.
Yes.
And the
okay.
thing
That's
is,
how it works.
I don't
you put
think-
them first. If they're doing the same thing, you're going to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't even think that comes down to just guys. I mean, it comes down to a lot
Well,
of
some
things.
girls too. I don't want to be friends
no,
with
no, no.
anymore.
I mean it in this way. Like, say the girl that you're talking to is what are they called? That can't have like crap. What is it called? Like bread and stuff. What is that called? Where they can't have bread.
Damn,
Bread products and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. I didn't get to the top
I mean,
of the food
I
chain to
too
be
deep
a
for me, man.
I
vegetarian.
can't think of it. But okay, so they can't have like GMOs and stuff like that. They're not vegan, but they're on a different. If you have to get in a relationship with that person, obviously you can't constantly eat the same thing that you ate originally. You know, you have to make a sacrifice. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, it's gonna take a little toll on you because you're gonna be like, I want some freaking cheese and I can't have cheese because she's lactose intolerant. So no pizza, no more. You know, stuff like that. You know, you have to make sacrifices. It's not just about just specifically, you know, another guy's relationship with her. It's about everything. Whenever you're in a relationship, everything can be turned into a sacrifice.
But the big one is the guys, the girlfriends, and the guy friends. That's a big one. And sometimes, you know, you are required or going to be asked to give us some guy friends as a guy, but you're also going to be asked to give us some girlfriends as the girls because I know that, you know, I've seen it, and some female friends of the girl that was being, you know, courted. It's just negative, and they were bitter, and they were angry, and they were, you know, putting out poison. The guy finally got fed up with it, and it's like, you know what? I'm not too fond of a friend. You know, it's like, they're good. They've been my best friend. I say, yeah, but they don't like me, and they're just, you know,
they're mad. So yes, I know exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
no, okay. So you have the friend. Okay, and we're gonna keep this non-gender. Because I mean, it doesn't really matter because it goes on both sides.
Yeah, the guys do too.
You got guys and girls. Either way, that person, the significant other of yours, has a friend that is so like toxic, toxica. The one that doesn't like you being healthy in your situation. So they're like, oh well, because I'm not happy, you can't be happy, type of stuff, and that happens a lot. So like, say like. We're going to use me and some other girl. And then her best friend doesn't like me because, you know, whatever reason she has or whatever. It's not because of how I act or how I do things. It's because she feels some type of way towards the fact that her friend is happy with another relationship. Well, say for instance, I don't go and pay her bill for her nails. A lot of women love that. Yeah. But I don't do it. Because I'm taking care of everything else, and I just don't have the extra money to go do that. But I end up taking her out on a date and stuff like that. You know, I'm doing the normal, you know, boyfriend husband thing. You know, I'm trying to, you know, enjoy our lives together.
Exactly.
But I didn't pay for her nails this time. So she went a week without her nails getting done, and her friend comes in and says, "You know what? You can't be treated like that. He needs to make sure your nails are taken care of regardless of that. You need to either put your foot down or move out." Like that type of persona and a best friend is problematic.
I'll give you one deeper than that is when, you're starting to date a girl and she has friends and they normally go out and do this and do that. Now you're in a relationship, you're working, it's a Saturday night, you're really not up to going out. You know, you have to work, maybe saying, you tell your girl, hey, I'm going to get off at this hour. She, what are you going to do? So, well, me and my girls are going to go. I was like, I'd really rather you not do that. Just, you know, wait till I get out and we'll go to a movie. We'll go have dinner. You know, and
let's us spend time together.
Yeah. But I don't want you at a club by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, I wouldn't want it. So
with now other girls that are single,
with the girls that are singles, and I know your friend's always looking for somebody and stuff like that, and that's her, that's not me. It's like I just don't feel comfortable with it. You know, it's a nice way of saying no, I don't want you to do it. To tell somebody I feel comfortable with it. But
that's a great analogy.
Here's the battle. The friend's like, oh, you're gonna start telling you what to do now. You gonna say he ain't your man. He can put a ring on a finger.
Yeah. But the thing is maybe I am. Maybe I want to, but you know,
you're seeking that.
You're hanging out with these single women, acting single. But I want to treat you like a wife, but you don't want to act wifely.
Yeah.
Because the thing is if the roles were reversed, guess what? My happy ass would either be at that house unhappy as shit because, you know, I couldn't go out with my friends, but guess what? My wife was happy, and guess what? I ate dinner that night, and guess what? I woke up the next morning and had breakfast that morning too, with my wife, enjoying my life.
Oh,
maybe I took that sacrifice.
I can guarantee you, I'm at a stage in my life that I start seeing a girl, I'm interested in her, and I see her as a potential, and we decide, hey, it's Thursday night, we're starting to go play pool and everything. She tells me, I really don't want you to go. I'd rather you just stay and just wait till I get out. Bye. I'm going home. I'm you guys. I don't care about you guys no more, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I don't have no problem doing that because I'm at that stage. You know what I'm saying?
No problems with that. And see, that's the thing. Men, we understand that too. So, like, if you came to me and said, hey, you know, my girl came out, I might give you a little shit.
Yeah,
you know?
of course you are.
I'm waiting till my girl comes out. You know, I gotta behave. I'm be like, you're a little blah 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 blah. But then I'll be like, dude, go ahead and handle your business. I understand.
I used to
It's
have
good.
that little app of the whip. I'd always do that to them. You know what I'm saying? But the
I had a
bottom
friend
line
that did
is,
that to me all the time. He's like,
Yeah.
bitch. I'm like, oh, man.
But you're gonna get in a relationship. Those are one of the things you have to pay attention. And you know what? That is one of the biggest killers out there. It's their friends.
Spilled my drink on me.
Yeah, coachino.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's their
trying to
friends.
bite the eyes.
Frank, what do you
It
think, Frank?
I got a perspective
All right,
from
let's go.
the third generation, the old farts. Okay?
All right.
So, me and my wife really haven't had this conversation about friends. I limit my female friendship to something that I would be comfortable with on Gretchen's side. What would I be comfortable with as far as male friends? And I limit my female friendship to something at or under that. It never even comes up for conversation. It's just something we do for each other without even having to say it. So that's just another perspective.
Yeah, but you come from a generation where women didn't go out until they got married.
Yeah, I'm an old fart.
No, which is honestly was the best way. You know what I'm
It
saying?
works for me.
Well,
Because
there,
when I
there
used
was
to-
modesty involved
Yeah,
in
because
that.
we go to the parties. It was like 90% guys, 95% guys. You go to the bar, 90%, 95% guys.
Actually,
you know,
it
I mean,
goes back a little further
yeah.
than that.
So-
There's a generation right before that that's about say the last dance for me.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Okay.
they were.
I mean, really, just to say, I mean, and not saying you're wrong, but again, representing my generation versus the difference between Miguel's generation. There is a
That's true.
difference. There was actually that, where it was okay. You go out to a party, other guys dance with your lady and everything. Last dance was
That's
with my
mine.
girl. She went home with me.
Shoot, try that in
Okay.
Hispanic culture. You don't dance with my woman at all.
Okay, well,
it's funny,
and that
though.
is neat about different cultures.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
just a different
That was
perspective.
forbidden.
No, we do that now though. So like so for instance, there's this place called Guitars and Cadillacs down here.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a great place to go. It really is because of the dance floor and being able to do that. There's been times where I've taken a woman out there. I'm enjoying my time, and a guy wants to dance with her. But the thing is I'm not insecure. I know no matter what, you want to two-step with her and do all that stuff, guess what? As soon as she's done with that dance, she's coming back to me. And I know as soon as that, that interaction happens, he also knows as soon as it's done, hey, I got a boyfriend. Like, you're stupid. It's not going to happen, but I appreciate the dance. Because my butt don't dance very well.
Yeah.
So any opportunity that she has to go out and have fun. She dances with girls. She'll dance with the guys. It doesn't matter to me
Yeah,
because
my wife just loves to
I've
dance.
Yeah, no,
I've got two left feet whenever it comes to country music. I just can't. The rhythm just doesn't work for me. You can give
not
me
complicated
Tejano,
enough.
you can give me hip hop, you can give me rock. I'll be fine. But the country, I don't know what it is. I just cannot. I cannot get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's weird. It's like a whole new language that I've never heard of or you haven't heard of. It doesn't make sense. But the thing is I can allow that to happen, and I know for a fact, regardless of it, that as soon as she's done with that dance, she's gonna walk over here, hang out with me, get that drink, and I'm gonna still go back out there with her and look like a goofball trying to dance with her, and then she's gonna want someone that has a little bit better skills, and I'm gonna learn from watching them. And that's fine.
That's fine. That works for me. I would not. I take that as an insult. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, Miguel, you'd hate this. I've sat at a
I'll
bar with my wife,
Okay.
and other people have bought her a drink.
Oh, think about it.
that's
Well,
fine. Hell yeah, get her
I losing her over a drink, right? Yeah, we'll both wave over. Hey, thank you.
They didn't know she was with you. These days,
Hey,
you don't
my bar tab goes down.
No, see, if you take for me, okay, if I take a girl out, you know what I'm saying, then that night she was with me. You know what I'm saying? And the guys that are just, hey, can I answer like that? No, it's just not something I'm up. You're here with me to know me, dance with me, whether I do it or don't, doesn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You're here to decide that if I'm the type of guy you're going to be with or not. If
Okay,
I'm not,
so-
hold on, let me finish. If I'm not, well then, go dance with that guy and stay with her.
Yeah, but
okay, I got a
you
question.
can't look like it,
What it-
like it matters that
So
much, though.
what
man.
if, say, I come with a girl one night, and obviously she's my girl, and she's mine. She's going home with me, regardless of what you think or what anybody else thinks.
Confidence.
And say some Tejano comes on, and she's a Latina woman, which, you know, obviously one of the things that I like, and she wants to dance. And, you know, I'm a little sauced up, so maybe I can't dance very well. But you're looking for a woman to go out there and dance, and I'm like, just y'all two go out there.
That's very.
How would you feel about that?
It's very. That's very delicate. Let's put it this way. Okay, let me give you a case scenario.
Well, I'm not telling you to grab on her butt.
No,
I'm saying
no.
just dance with her.
Okay, let's.
I'm not saying go in the back room.
Let me back up a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's say it's me, you, and Frank that go out, and I have a date. You have a date. Frank brings his wife.
Okay.
Spanish country song comes on. Not a big on country, but Frank knows how to dance. You know how to dance it. Okay, not my thing.
Not country, but
I know you guys. I trust you guys. It's the circle.
Right.
Don't
That's
have
why
a
I said me
problem.
and you.
That
I don't have a
matters.
problem with that. Okay.
And that
I have
matters.
people like I went to a birthday party not too long ago. A friend that went to school. A lot of my school buddies were there, and their wives were there, whom I know all their lives. Again, you know, my buddies, they hate to dance. They just stare at the wall, and they're like, "Hey, go take Elizabeth." Okay, I'll go because I know them and they've known me.
it's not something more than what it is.
Yeah, that's something, you know what I'm saying? But they know me. I know their kids.
Right.
I freaking did their quinceañeras. I mean, we raised,
Right.
you know.
And those girls
more
are happy to
connection.
take a
there
turn
was-
on the floor.
There
I mean,
was a
gosh.
circle there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not so much have a problem with the circle doing it, but I'm talking about just some random guy off the floor. It's like, hey, can I dance with you? No, that I forbid. I don't like it.
I don't know, man. I don't have a problem
Circle
with
is
it.
big.
The only reason why that I've never had a problem with that is the weirdest reason of all. I know, at least for you and generations above you, maybe Frank, he seems to have a better grip on this. Sometimes my ass can't dance. So, you know what? She's here to have fun. I'm here to have fun. Shoot, while she's going to do that, I'm gonna go over here and play some pool. I'm gonna, you know, get a little my time. Go get me a shot or two. You know, come back and, you know, have a drink for her and me ready. You know, stuff like that. It doesn't matter to me because guess what? She came in my car with me to that location. She's leaving that location in that car with me to my house because we live together. You know, if we're at that level, I'm willing to be like, I don't care.
And the
Have
last
fun.
thing I'm going
Good
to
luck
show
with that,
her
'cause I know
is
damn
insecurity.
well. Well,
The
Yeah.
last thing I'm going to show a girl, a prospective woman at any age in my life so far, the last thing I'm going to show her is an insecurity. If
Okay,
I take a
exactly.
girl out for a date
All right,
Exactly.
so here's,
and she acquiesces to dance with somebody else, I'll be darned if I'm going to say a word about it. It might make up my decision if we have another date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Later, okay.
But
I'll
that's
admit
on
to
new
being
dates.
that chauvinistic.
That's on newer dates,
maybe,
too.
Maybe not, but that's her decision. I'm not going to go and sit and try to tell her she's mine on that date. I'm going from a first or second date kind of.
okay, here it goes.
that is
Okay,
fair.
so
that is
you
fair.
you can identify that as being secure. In my culture, we identify that as being disrespectful. It's a difference.
That's fair too.
You know what I'm saying? In my culture, if you go out with the girl, I invite a girl to go with me, then she's with me for that night.
Right.
And if she
Right,
goes
and-
out or
and
somebody
most
else
of the
buys her drink,
girls
she
you
accepts
date-
it and stuff like that, then that's a disrespect
Let-
towards the
let-
And
man.
you know
I'm gonna
what?
tell you
And
on
I'm
the
going to
drink
go with
part.
you on that because most of the girls you're going to take out in your culture, and with that assumption, they're going to be playing by those rules and probably not accept that dance. Now, in my culture, if she accepts that dance, like I said, right or wrong, chauvinistic or not, it may impact whether I ask her out again.
That is true.
Okay? But I certainly would not.
It shows the
I would not.
promiscuity.
I would take a hot poker anywhere
It
you
shows
want
the
before I say a
promiscuity
damn
of it.
word, honey. Yeah, if that's
If
what
that's
you want,
even a
you
word.
go dance with her,
Oh,
honey.
I'll give you a.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to give you a case.
I know. I want to ask you a question before
Okay.
you start that. So, if
Got a good one.
I know you do, but I want to ask one question before we
go
start
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
So, you're not happy if another man buys her a drink.
They could buy her a drink, but she shouldn't accept it.
Why, dude?
Because
That's
she's with
one less
me.
drink you have to pay for.
Doesn't matter. It's
That's maybe me being cheap,
okay,
but I'm
okay.
like, shit.
No, no,
go
no.
ahead. Hey,
It's-
bro, send me some wing. Hey,
Okay.
girl, go get her to go tell her, go tell the friend, that bought you that drink, go get some
Yes.
wings too, because I'm going to eat them wings.
But here it is.
I'm saying.
Okay, so here's the Latino deal. Number one, if a man sends a drink and he notices that you're with him, that's disrespect to
disrespectful.
you, okay?
I get
and if
that.
the girl accepts the drink, that's even a bigger disrespect. You know
Not
what
if
I'm
I take a drink first.
No. You're saying, and if you do that, okay, let's say another Latino, another Latino disrespected me and sent a girl that's with me a drink. You know what I'm saying? That was bad. And if I take it and take a sip, that's even like another disrespect. Like, all right,
Towards him.
Yeah, toward him.
That's
and
equal.
there's a fight.
We're equaling out the
Yeah.
disrespect,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Like, you disrespected me, so now I'm going to disrespect
Exactly.
you. Now we're on an even playing field. So
Yeah.
from there on out, it's your choice.
But here's this: you're not this.
That's just me.
No, it's true because look,
I like
this
causing
guy's not
problems, so-
level-headed because he's already showing that he's willing to
Go out
have
his
trouble,
way.
have
Yeah.
trouble that night because
Right.
he did that. I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never send a drink to a girl that's with the guy. I would never do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, to me that's disrespect.
Absolutely
and that's
agree.
I don't know
But
if you
that's
call
why
it
you
freak, but I
take
was
a
telling
drink
guys.
of it first before she does.
Yeah, because
Because if he slipped a drink, if he slips on in there, you're having fun too.
Yeah, but if I take
Thanks for the roofie, dude.
if I take the drink of the drink that they sent, I might as well get ready to fight because among my people,
If you
that's
can't,
what's gonna happen.
Hey, look, if you bring disrespect to me, and I give you the same energy, you can't be mad at the outcome.
Yeah, look,
That's all I have to say.
you
because, look,
shouldn't be mad at the outcome.
Yeah,
But here's the
exactly.
goal.
And
But
if
my
you
goal-
are,
but here's this.
let's go
my
outside.
goal-
We'll have that conversation
Okay.
outside, and that's your
Well,
fault
that's
at that point.
that's a young man thinking.
Guys,
but-
don't exactly. Both of you.
Okay.
You're legitimizing
Yeah.
this guy.
Well, here's the
by
deal.
I
even
don't-
going that
yeah.
way.
So-
Well, I don't even care. I've literally had a situation where that happened.
Okay.
And this dude fucking bought my girl a drink, trying to be fucking funny, and I took a drink of it and I kissed him. I was like, thanks, bro. And he just like stared at me, and I kept the drink in front of me until he wasn't paying attention. I poured it in another glass, and I put it in front of her. I was like, "There's your drink." And I had the bartender, because I was at my bar. I had her pour me some Coke and shit, and I was like, yeah. I just kept looking at him the whole time.
Yeah.
Because what is he gonna do? What is
Okay.
he really
Right,
gonna do?
okay.
It opens the
He ain't
door.
gonna charge me
But
for it
here's
because he
the
already
deal.
paid for it.
Here's the problem with that. It opens the door for problems, and you're not there to have problems. You know what I'm saying?
I
Here's
mean,
the deal.
yes.
I'm having a good time with you. We're talking and everything. Guy sends over a drink. She should just refuse to drink. All right, I'm going to move on. Let's talk and let's continue on.
Hell no,
She
I'm gonna let
accepts
her
the
get
drink.
it.
It just stirs up problem. Now I have to watch my back the rest of the night.
That's in a
I get it-
dating
I get it if it-
situation, and I get that.
Yeah.
In a married situation, it's a little different. We
Yeah,
look at
exactly.
each
I
other,
thought
we
it was
smile.
worse if you're married.
No,
No, it's
no,
even
no.
funnier.
Let-
Because
let me tell you a
dude,
story.
she's going home
Okay.
with me
Let me tell you how
regardless.
this goes, okay? I'm with my wife at something. Okay, it's obvious we're together and very together. So and somebody sends a drink. Okay, well that's fine. We find out who it's from, and and of course her and I are on solidarity and everything. We've been together so long. It's that longevity dividend stuff I talk about.
Yep.
So we turn around in unison without even coaching, and we turn around, we smile, and we wave at the person. Thank you.
Or you
And-
send them a drink back.
no, it went a little further this
Yeah,
time.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't happen very often.
I'm
but
about to
so
say-
after Gretchen had that drink, he sent another one. That time we turn around and waved him the frog over. Okay, come on, sit down, dude. I get it. You've never really had a chance to have good discourse with a compelling woman. Have a seat, mate. You
Good
know?
luck.
I'm
Dude,
gonna say
I know what I got.
I'm gonna say what a lot of Latinos say when we see that. White people.
Yeah, but no. Here's
Right?
the thing too. Here's
But
the thing
she still
too.
goes home with this
There
fish
is
belly
also-
white boy.
There is also an idea. I mean, this is a little different than what your culture is used to. There's an idea where a man will send another man's woman a drink because he respects the man. There is that situation that does happen sometimes.
That's lame.
No. I said sometimes.
Yeah,
The only time
Point
a man
0.000%.
sends a drink- Here goes Frank.
But it
the only
does
time a
happen.
man
So you never
sends
know.
a woman and the man a drink is because he wants the man. That's the bottom line there.
Boy, I'm glad we're not peeking.
You said because he's gay. That's horrible,
Gay,
sir.
man. He's sending me a drink, god dang it. Yeah, man.
Send me the. Well, that's why I said, whenever she gets sent that drink.
Okay.
You know what? Ask for some wings because I want some wings.
Let's put it this. Oh, so we agree to disagree. I won't like that. I think it's disrespectful. That's my culture. That's my belief,
drink
stuff
it.
like that. But
And I get that.
You're good
I
with
totally
it.
get that. I got no problem with
To
that.
me, if I'm on a
Mine.
date, the girl's with me.
A date's different.
yeah.
I would look at it like you on a date. I was giving
I was
you a
looking at it
marriage
as if we were in a
perspective.
relationship already. We were already solidified. That's where I was looking at it
If we're
as.
solidified, if we've already been dating,
it's different,
It
man.
all
Have a laugh
depends.
about it.
Again, it all depends on the circle you're in. You know, we got the crew. We always hang out.
So
if I was dating a girl,
if I
and
buy
she
your
showed
girlfriend a
up,
drink, are you gonna get mad at me?
No, because I know
damn,
you.
I was gonna do it just to mess with you.
No, because I know it goes that it's the circle. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is, why don't you guys get a date and talk? Let's go out and do this dancing you mentioned. That sounded like fun to me.
No,
I think
I
Gretchen would have a ball.
I don't have no girls, bro. We're screwed on
That's
that.
right. You
No,
talk
I-
about
yeah, I
not
can
getting
get a
women,
girl.
but
You
you
can get a
boys
girl,
need to
man.
make
I
some
can get a
women
girl, but I
happen.
don't like these women nowadays.
It's difficult.
There's so much promiscuity in this lifestyle, and they don't. That's all they want. I'm like, dude, I need a little bit more than
because
that.
I'm gonna tell you, I think we over popularize, if that's a word. We give too much credit to the girl that's just not doing what she's supposed to be doing. I think there's a big chunk of women that are good, are awesome.
Well, they need to get the.
You got a
freak
point.
out the
I think a
house.
lot of us are
Come
looking
say
for
hi
them
to
in the
me.
wrong
We're not at the
place.
places where they're at. So how you
Exactly.
gonna
Where are they at though?
They're not at the
Grocery
bars,
store.
they're
Well,
not
I
at
go
the
to the grocery store too.
Well, then
They're
open
not
your
there.
mouth. Go to laundromat. Talk.
I go
Okay,
to laundromat. They
Jim?
don't fucking.
Go where the
Jim?
women are, the real women.
The
Where
Jim?
are they
stuff.
at? They're at home.
Gym statistics show you're gonna meet a woman at the gym or at work. Those are
I'm
two
too
likely
fat to go
places.
to the gym.
Okay, so and then they say groceries and laundromat's a good place to meet women too.
Oh, what a great cast. I'm
Applebee's
enjoying
too.
this one.
Applebee's
Real
is good.
quick,
I
real
don't
quick.
know,
What were you gonna bring up a minute ago?
I forgot already.
Oh, no, man, that's the old generation
That got me
excuse. You ain't
going
got
on
legs to
everything
stand
else. I
on.
forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, let me see if I can remember the story. Oh, I can't remember the story. Oh,
We
dang
get
it.
too excited. We have too much fun.
It was a good case scenario.
Sometimes we just wish y'all could be with us.
Oh man, what was
I mean, eventually one of these days we need to have a
okay?
live.
Okay, this is okay. I just remembered. This is how big.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
This is how big the Latino culture is on respect. You know what I'm saying? And that deal. Okay, so I started. I have not dated in 16 years, really. 16 years since I got divorced, and I have not dated a girl. You know, I mean, I've taken out a girl. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gotten in a relation with the girl.
He did clarify.
Okay, so
I
here,
was gonna say
here I
views.
met this girl. I knew her from high school. We dated back then a little bit. We saw each other. Hey, how you doing? We started hanging out. We started going out. Then unofficially, she pretty much became my girlfriend. We were doing good for like a week and like a month and a half. Now this case scenario happens. My ex-wife shows up in town to go to a wedding. I'm going to be at the same wedding. It's a mutual friend when we were together.
It
Right.
happens.
Okay, so I'm there. She's there. You know, this is before BG, before grandkids. So we're still not.
Did she have a man?
Who?
Your ex-wife.
My ex, yeah, she was married.
Okay.
She was married.
Just to
And,
clarify the situation.
yeah, she's already remarried and everything like that. But
Okay.
me and her, we didn't talk. We didn't
Right.
talk. We didn't communicate. Nothing. You're over there. I'm over here. Our kids are grown already. So you know what I'm saying.
Separation.
Yeah. So the girl I was with, you know, got to know my daughters, and they liked her, and she liked them. Okay, you know, we're there at the wedding, and then my ex gets there. And of course, my daughters go say hi to her. Okay.
Yeah.
So my ex gets it in her mind. It's like, is that your ex-wife? And I was like, yeah. She goes, I'm gonna go say hi to her. And I was like, hold on.
No.
I was like,
No.
let's not do that. Let's not do that. You know, because no, I just want to say hi. I just want to introduce myself. I was like,
bad idea.
no, let's not do that.
It might not be appreciated.
And she said,
Not in the minute.
she said these words, okay? And you might not understand this because this is the Spanish thing. She said, yes,
I know.
very, pretty much. I'm blowing you off when a person tells you, okay.
It's
And
not
that's-
like that. It's more like
What I see in the Spanish culture is
Okay.
I see that.
That
move.
basically means you're stupid. I'm not listening to you.
Yes. Got up and went to my ex, and they carried a big old conversation and, talked for a while.
And they're friends?
I'm hot. I'm beside myself. I'm furious. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing. I just sat there, but I'm like that. I'm drinking my margarita. She comes back. She says, "Oh, we know this person." And she's all excited about it, and I don't say nothing. I didn't even acknowledge her, nothing like that. And she's like, so like 10 minutes in, she looks and she's like, because that's just the way I am. If you don't like that, maybe we don't need to be together. And I was like, okay. That was it. And we were getting along so good. My family loved her. My kids liked her.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
What?
Maybe you should have just let one thing go out of everything.
That again, it was disrespectful, man. And Latino culture, and especially older
I'd
guys.
have been like, look,
especially older guys like me.
respect is respect. If you want to try to show respect, that's fine. But understand that you do not have a place in this situation. You do not have a place anywhere right now. So you're just a hobby at this moment. And I mean that in a non demeaning way.
It was going good, but that right there killed it. And everyone was freaked out. It was like, whoa, what happened? What happened? And I was like, it just didn't work out and stuff like that. And
Well, it meant enough for you to make that call.
So my sister-in-law, my little sister and her husband one time, they're talking. It's like, so whatever happened? And I was like, I said, you really want to know? I said, yeah. So I told him the story. And my sister was like, is that it? And my brother was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
like,
say no
okay,
more, say no more.
Stepping on toes.
So you got to see the mentality. And I'm not male chauvinist. I'm old school, very traditional
Yeah, but
Hispanics.
that's
Well, it's
fine.
silly to judge that call. It was important to you, Miguel.
Yeah,
Not everybody's going to make that same call, but that was important to you. That was a date breaker. And
That is true.
You could not. It was not sustainable.
No.
Beyond that point for you. So
let me
it
tell you,
was the
I mean,
right call to make.
It goes without saying, if we were like a year in and some, maybe I could have, I might have let it go with the good argument. A little girl, don't you ever do that
That's
to me?
all right, yeah.
Yeah. But a month on the weekend and disrespect me like that? Oh, heck no, man. My name's Miguel Perez. God dang it, just in case you forgot. Shoot.
See, that's hard to do, though. Some people have those limits. I mean, obviously, that was yours. And regardless of the culture, I mean, everybody has their opinions. They have their feelings, and if you cross that line, even after they explicitly tell you, "Hey, this is not okay," and you still do it, hey, you have to deal with the repercussions.
Yeah.
So,
and I tell you what, I love our culture. This is what I admire about the Caucasian culture, which is the white culture, y'all's culture.
Fish belly
You
white.
guys,
that's racist.
You, as you do, guys, you got the
I
ability
love
to
telling
do
that kind of stuff.
I get to do it because I'm off camera.
Yeah. Well, you do,
It
guys.
might be
that-
distracting.
Like what you said earlier about, hey, it don't bother me if they say my wife drank or my girl like that. That's good. I'm not gonna say that's a negative thing. I'm just saying
I
that's
wouldn't,
not our
but
thing.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
not going to argue it.
And probably would have had a lot less problems in our culture if we were more open like that. But we're not, and that's never going to change.
Well,
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
wait a minute. Stop right there.
I can say,
Miguel, you're on a cusp, okay?
I'm a
What's
cuss.
your age? You're on the cusp, okay?
I don't know. Don't
There's
ask me.
there's a young Latino mentality, and don't tell me I haven't been exposed. I'm aware of culture. There's a middle-aged Latino sensibility, and then there's the third stage of Latino wisdom, and I don't think you're done yet.
No, but I'm more up than I am down. So here's my take on Latinos subject now. Okay, there's culture wise. I'm old school Latino. Second, we speak a lot of Spanish still.
Yeah.
Then you got your second generation Latinos. They're in their 30s. They don't speak that much Spanish.
They got Tex-Mex going.
Then you got your white Latinos, which is Latinos that were raised American, period. And they have more your culture in them than they do our culture.
Yeah.
Granted.
You know what I'm saying? Those are gay. Okay? Be honest
Straight
with
to
you,
it,
man.
okay? I see.
Gay, man, all right? So
Another opinion stated as fact.
Straight to
You heard it
disrespect.
here
I'm
first,
just gonna
folks.
tell you the truth, man. They have that. I'm serious.
I'm just saying that was a great hot take.
I'll give you a perfect example, Frank. Okay, Hispanic culture, the man is in charge. Period. You know,
Italiano.
Caucasian culture is men, well, husband and wife are equal. Am I wrong? I mean,
To an extent.
I've seen that.
Which culture?
Caucasian, your culture. I've seen that more
Yeah,
practice.
if you want to have a happy life, yeah, you bet your ass.
Okay,
Well, okay.
that's your culture. In my culture, the man's in charge.
I
That's
will
good.
say
That's
from what
like
the
that.
way that I was raised was
it
different.
is, because
Well,
that's what we grew up with. But now, now our cultures, as they spend more time here in America, they picked up the Caucasian, the white practices more than the Hispanic culture. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? These younger girls have that more independent. Now we're equal. We're just the same. Where back in my day, that was not accepted. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's also has to deal with the generation more than it has to do with the culture.
Well, no, because they're raised as.
Well, I know, but I
White,
mean,
basically.
if you take it into consideration, so for instance, like my upbringing wasn't that women and men are equal on that platform. Women are women, and there's no discerning evidence that they're close to men in that practice. Their strengths are here, and that's where their strengths are. They're good at a lot of different things that men are not good at, and then men are good at these things right here that only men are good at. So in the white culture, it's not really operating in the idea of, okay, they're equal. No, it's operating in the idea of, okay, a man's strength is here, a woman's strength is here.
I get that.
So yes, there is an equality in the sense, but it's also understanding that men do these kind of things because of what they are, how they think, their structure, and women are more mentally astounding than
we
we
practice
are.
the same thing when it comes to that. But here it is. Okay, for example, and I hear this a lot, and I've seen it. Okay, I'm not bashing it by no means. I just
Right.
noticed the
No,
difference.
we know.
Like, okay, a lot of my white couple friends. Okay, when I was in Arkansas, he had an account and she had an account. They didn't have one account.
No.
It was her money and his money. And one time, I heard the guy say, "Hey, can I borrow $100?" She was like, "Well, when are you gonna pay me back?" And vice versa. I heard her say that, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" That's not.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
I don't know though.
Intolerable. No,
I have this idea of
I've seen that
multiple
a
different
lot, though.
bank
You
accounts.
know what I'm saying? In the white culture, you know what I'm saying? This was in Arkansas. Texas might be different. You know, we have different.
See,
even-
I've learned that.
even states might be.
Can I
different.
say something before you go?
Go ahead.
Because before Kelton goes, because I know you're going to go here soon. But
Cutting off.
That was a nice way to tell you to get the hell out of my house.
no.
We're gonna be here
You,
partying.
were talking about something that really. Okay, so it's about the white culture as it comes to our women as far as equality role. There is a little difference, and if it's a little difference, because we align a lot, you know that already. There's
Yes.
just not denying that. But
Yes.
in what I'm seeing a little bit in the white culture is just a backing off a little bit on that brick wall that your culture may represent on that, and allowing your spouse to make mistakes if she wants to try to take this role or that role. You know, let them play a little bit, and what happens is through, again, like I say, you put each other first. You go into it that way, but eventually you guys percolate down to roles. Sometimes they're surprising roles. I take care of the. Thank you. Now I got me. He got me. I'm not talking to the mic. I'm turning around talking to these guys, and I'm guilty as hell of getting onto them one. Okay, but it really is about that. I let her find her way, and she in turn let me find my way, and it percolated down to where there's these lines drawn that we never really kind of drew heels in the sand. It just percolated down to that, and in the act of putting each other first, we did what we could to make each other's path along that road easier, and it works out, folks. Honestly, it
Yeah.
does. So
And that's where you have to learn. You have to learn your relationship with your significant other. You have to understand that sometimes, your idea of sin. Sometimes the sin is malleable. Sometimes you have to you have to make it form in a certain way, add a little water, make it more structurally sound. And then sometimes you have to, kick it down and make it new. Sometimes you have to make adjustments. Sometimes you have to make that conversation go a different way. And that's what it is whenever it comes to relationships. And everybody always just says, oh, well, no, especially in my generation, maybe not y'all's as much, but sometimes they'll be like, oh, well, it didn't work out, so we just had to quit it. And I was like, no, it's not. That's not the direction of travel. We had to take a step and say, you know what? I didn't like this. In this situation, can we make this work? If not, then yes, we need to go our separate ways. But if we can make some sort of mediation in this life and say, maybe, you know what, maybe we can make this work. Maybe this adjustment will be okay, and we'll both get through it, and we'll both have a good time.
Yeah.
That's where it's.
I guess
really
where we start this conversation, is the compromise. Because, like I said, my friend, she had to take me off of Facebook because her boyfriend demanded it. They break up, she put me right back on.
Right.
I don't think it should ever happen. You know what I'm saying? Because of the level where we're at.
Yeah.
It depends on your circle.
Not yours.
There's gonna be compromise. There's gonna be relationships you
Just
have to
don't
let
try
go.
to dance with Miguel's girlfriend.
Don't be
That's
trying
all
to
I
dance
gotta
my
say.
woman, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay. But there's gonna be sacrifices. There's gonna be things you have to let go. Some things you have to accept. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Some things you have to roll with. I mean, it is what it is.
And there he was. I have a good friend when he was married. He's divorced now, but he was married for like 30 years. And I was the only guy that his wife would let hang out with him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't try. If he's going to go out, her question was, is Miguel going with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I have a friend like
But if
that.
she's like, I'm going to go with so-and-so. Like,
That's a
nope.
hell of a
My buddy
compliment.
Ray.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You remember
hell of
my
a
buddy Ray?
compliment.
Which one?
Ray? The dude that went out with us like the last two, or not the last time, but the time before?
I don't know.
Dude with the dreads?
I don't remember.
Anyways, that's how he was. His girl was like, anytime that he went with me, she never like blew him up. She wasn't always asking him where he's at, none of that stuff, because she knew that when he was with me, I wasn't gonna do nothing
yeah,
stupid.
it's his thing. She knows I don't use drugs. She knows
Yeah.
I'm not a womanizer.
Exactly.
She knew, like,
We
no,
might get a
you and
little,
Miguel.
we might get a little twisted. We might have a little too much fun. But the thing is, we're both getting home safe. Even if I gotta sit there and say, "Hey, you know what? Leave your bike here for the night. I'll call someone to come pick it up,
Good call.
and then we're gonna go. We're gonna take this Uber home." I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, it really isn't. But we got to take care of each other, and that's one thing that
I still remember
relationships
in
on
the
any
industry.
level, whether
Yeah,
it's friendships, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wives, it does not matter. We have to take care of each other.
Yeah, for
Put
sure.
each other
biggest
first.
thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and,
Put each other first. Give
And
it a
who
try.
you're around does make a difference. So if you get in a relationship
Absolutely.
and your significant other coming in is asking you, hey, I don't like this part, I like that, you're gonna have to really consider that.
Because you never know. She may see something that you just don't.
Yeah.
Walk
She
a
may-
mile in their shoes.
Exactly.
Just once.
Yeah. So it's
I mean, I'm not saying they're always right, but I am saying that there is a good time to take in an outside opinion.
so we gotta be careful. So again, my name is Miguel Perez,
And
just
it's your
in
boy
case you forgot.
Kels.
Franco in the studio.
25th.
26.
26. Oh, it's 26.
If you
Okay.
can't keep
was
up,
last
take
time.
notes.
All right.
Either way, we were excited about that. So
Yes, we are. So God bless. Have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. This is a good one.
Absolutely.
I really want to know what you think about this one.
yeah.
All right.
And if y'all got any questions or concerns, man, hit us on either the comment section or that Facebook page. We got it going. Thank y'all guys.
Have a good
All
one.
right. Godspeed.